I don't know what
All right, I am back. Whoa, what happened to David?
don't know.
He's going head first out of the airplane. Don't worry, we can definitely fix that. Um, I think it's Shift S. I think. Yeah, there we
There we go.
go. Perfect. So everyone's here. Is everyone ready to start?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So first, I want to welcome everyone to First Night in Normandy. Learn to play the Cypher System. We're going to assume everyone is a brand new beginner to both Foundry as well as to the Cypher System. So just a little bit um, of organization to begin with on Foundry, just so everyone's on the same page. You have access to your character. Right now, there's tokens on the screen of your character, and for most of the game, we'll keep your tokens up there. We're going to do Theater of the Mind, so you're not really going to be moving them around. I may reposition them, or if you're moving to somewhere else, you can reposition them. You just drag them to where you want to go. If you want to pull up, yeah, just like that. If you want to pull up your character sheet, you just double click them. If you want to ping the board, like if I say, hey, look at this fire over here, I can hold down the left button and it will ping an area on the map. Perfect. If you look over at the upper right, you've got a toolbar. The upper right, the first is like a chat messages. That's where all the dice rolls are going to be shown. The next important one is looks like a little person. That's the actors. You can click on that if you can't find your character sheet. If I don't have the tokens up and you want to look at it, or you need to make a roll on your character sheet, click on the actor button. It'll list your character. Click it once, and your character sheet will pop up. The only other thing, if you look on the one that looks like a book, that's the journal. I've put in a how to play the Cypher System document. It's super brief. You won't need it, but if you want it, it's there if you want to reference it during the game. And then the last thing is there's a musical note. You can probably hear the music that's playing, just some background music, but you can adjust your own audio from there. You can adjust the volume up
Uh,
or down as you like it, or turn it off if you don't want the music at all. Um, there, as far as dice rolls, we're going to cover really quickly how you do that. So I kind of mentioned this to someone before, but there's 4 ways to roll the dice. If we go to the chat window at the bottom, you can type in what you
okay.
want to roll. So I could type in /R D20 and it will roll a D20 for me. And it'll show it right on the screen. We all know I just got a 9, which is better than what I was rolling before. I can also click on the picture of the dice, and it will autofill it into the chat bar, and then I can roll it from there, just like that. And man, I'm going to get double digits at some point here. You can also
One
pull up
day.
your one day. I'm hoping I can pull up like David Holland's character sheet, and on the right side of the character sheet, there's pictures of dice. I can just click on like the D20 and give it a roll. Okay, still rolling poorly. You guys are gonna like skate through this. And then the last thing I can do is if you look at your character sheet, there's a section just below the portrait that says might. There's also speed and intellect, and those have a picture of a dice next to them. And you can click on that dice. You can also, if you go to like the combat section, you can find like your pistol, and there's a picture of a dice next to your pistol. Um, that's really all that you'll need to do. We're gonna just take a quick moment as we go through the beginning of the adventure. Maybe just have your character sheet open because we're going to do a really brief introduction of your character as we start, and we'll learn as we go. So I know many of you don't know how to play this at all, and as we start going, we're going to start it with a dice roll, and we'll kind of explain what we're doing and how it goes. So without further ado, let me get this going. This adventure takes place on the evening of June 5th, 1944. This is D-Day -1, the evening before the D-Day invasions. You are all paratroopers in the 505 Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 82nd Airborne. tasked with securing the eastern end of the stone bridge spanning the Merderet River near the town of Chef du Pont. Now, curiously, this is an actual real event. This actually happened. We're going to see if we can do equally as well as the airborne parachute regiment did that night. But this is based on a true story. I actually wrote this adventure about 7 years ago. It's been published. It was in CypherCaster Magazine, and I've had the opportunity to run it a couple of times, and it's a great way to learn the system.
Wow, you got published?
I did, yeah. So I've actually had a couple books published. I've had this adventure published. I've had 2 solo adventures published. It's been 20 years. They were for Kenzer and Company. And then I've had a couple of solo PDFs published, like choose your own adventure type things, but they were solo quests for different systems. D&D, Hackmaster was one of the other ones. I've had a few things here and there published, so that's kind of my street cred as far as gaming goes. Like,
Wow, dang.
I'll always have that. I was able to give back to the hobby that I love so much, and so hopefully you guys will have as much fun playing this as I had coming up with it, and I wanted to make this as historically accurate but still as fun as possible. So here we go. The C-47 rocks back and forth as flak and anti-aircraft shells explode in the sky above Normandy. I'm going to show you a picture. The interior of the plane is illuminated by distant bursts, and several of the men near the rear of the plane are heard vomiting, both from fear and the horrid effects of the air sickness pills you were all required to take. Just a few hours ago, you were briefed for the last time. Your company is responsible for securing the eastern ends of the bridges over the Merderet River at Chef du Pont. You've studied the sand tables, cleaned your weapon one last time, and joked with a few friends before the call came that the mission was on. You had boarded this plane ready to engage and destroy the enemy, and now you pray that you have the strength to stand when it is your turn at the door. A sudden jolt and curse from the cockpit brings you back to your senses. A few seconds later, 20mm rounds rip through the tail fuselage, and the whine of air is mixed with the howls of the injured and dying. The captain, hoping to save the lives of as many men as possible, decides that you will be safer on the ground, and the jump light flares green. The first person up to the door is going to be John Ballard. So John, if you will open your character sheet, at the very top, it's going to have your name and there's a brief description. Go ahead and read. Tell me, who is John Ballard?
So John Ballard is an impulsive warrior who looks for trouble.
Perfect. So in the Cypher System, your character is made up of a sentence. It's your name, an adjective, a noun, and a verb. And so John Ballard is an impulsive warrior who looks for trouble. So impulsive warrior and looks for trouble all tell us when we build the character what sort of attributes they get, what sort of special abilities, skills, things like that. You can use this as a roadmap for how to play your character. So John, I encourage you to be impulsive, and if you're looking for trouble, I think Normandy on the evening before D-Day is the place to find it. So John, you are the first out of the plane. When you jump, bad things happen. The plane was not where it was intended to be. You look out the door of the C-47, staring into hell. The ground is dark, except where burning planes smolder, and the trees are occasionally lit by the muzzle flashes of anti-aircraft batteries. The wind and prop blast whipping past the door, the sergeant screaming at you to deplane. Everything is chaotic. As you jump out, you wonder, I've never jumped out of a plane going this fast before. But you gotta go. You need to make a might roll. So this is the first task that we're going to do. So this is a might roll, and I'm going to give you the difficulty. This is what's called a level 4 might roll. So in the Cypher System, everything has a level, and all you have to do is multiply that level by 3, and that's your target number on a d20. So if it's a level 4 might roll, you need a 12 or higher. So please, on your character sheet where it says might, go ahead and click that dice roll. It was so close to an 18, but it's a 5. So here's what happens. That prop blast hits you so hard, it rips your equipment bag right off your leg. And you manage to head down towards the ground under parachute, but the musette bag that you were given to carry all of your gear, it sails off into the darkness. So I'm just going to go ahead and archive some of the stuff on your character sheet because you don't have it anymore. You still have your pistol, you still have your ciphers, but your Garand rifle is gone, and you don't have your knife either. You, however, are skilled in martial arts, so you don't even need a weapon. So this is no big deal to you. All right.
Then we are off to a start.
Right. This is not ideal. But you know what, Colin Smithson, you're up next. So go ahead and just give us your character sentence, and then go ahead and make that might roll for me, if you would.
All right. Colin Smithson is a sharp-eyed explorer who never says die.
Excellent.
And
go ahead and
on
make that might
note,
roll.
We're going to roll that die.
Excellent.
Okay.
So you needed to beat a 12, and you got a 13. So you get to keep your equipment. Well done.
Yay.
So that prop blast hits you hard, but you grit your teeth and you hang on, and you notice with relief that your musette bag and your rifle, which I think you have a carbine. Yes, you do. Oh no, you have a Garand, and your rifle is still on your person.
Well, at least we have one prepared person.
At least we got one gun. Let's go to David. David, read us your sentence and make your might roll.
Okay, David Holland is a swift explorer who moves like a cat.
Oh, that's what you want in the dark countryside of Normandy.
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
and
sir.
You beat a 12, so you get to keep your gear as well. So far,
Hooray.
John is the only one that's lost his gear, but William, you're up next.
Could
William
go half and
Burnston
half.
is a brash warrior who infiltrates.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me that might roll. Oh, so close. Well, you are going to lose a little bit of equipment, but fear not. There's plenty of equipment strewn all around the ground. We just need to find it. So I'm going to take off your equipment. I'm going to remove your knife and your rifle, but you still have your pistol. Okay.
Dang, I think I jinxed it for real. Oh my god.
The fact that half of you got to keep your gear is pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a good scenario.
That's good. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. You didn't see me rolling? Oh no, you did. You saw my dice rolls. You know how bad it could have been. You must land and regroup and decide on a course of action. Now you recall that you left a little early. This was not your jump zone, so you're going to have to get coordinated and hope somebody has a map. But right now, you just need to get down to the ground. So as you're coming down, you can kind of see the area where you want to land, but this is going to require another roll. Now this time, this is what's called a might defense roll. So it's just like the other might roll, but let's talk about how you can make these rolls easier, or how you can reduce that difficulty. So we'll start with John again. So John, you need to make a might roll, and I'm going to tell you the difficulty. This is only a difficulty 3, so it's a little easier than last time. So if it's a difficulty 3, what do you need to roll?
So I would need a 9?
A 9, right. But there's ways you can reduce that difficulty. You can reduce it through what's called an asset, which is a piece of equipment. I'm going to give you guys a hint. None of you have an asset that's going to help you with this. But if you had a tool that might help you, like a spare parachute or something, if you needed it, that would be an asset. But you have some skills, and so you can reduce the difficulty using skills. If you look at your non-combat skills, is there something that's maybe related to like jumping out of an airplane that might help you land?
I am trained in jumping.
In jumping. So you're trained, which means that will ease or reduce that difficulty by 1. So it goes from a level 3 to a level 2. So there's one more way that you can reduce that difficulty. You can roll right now and try to beat a level 2, but you can also spend effort. So everyone has a level of effort on their character sheet that's listed as effort 1 because you're a beginning character. When you spend effort, you're going to use points from one of your pools. So you have a might pool, a speed pool, and an intellect pool. These are your hit points, but they're also resources that you use to make your tasks easier. So if you want to spend might points. To use one level of effort, it costs you 3 points. That will reduce the difficulty by 1 more level. Now, if you look under might, you have an edge of 1. That's like a refund. So you'll get 1 of those points back. So in effect, it would cost you 2 points of your might pool to reduce that difficulty. So we started out as a 3. It's a 2 because you're skilled in jumping. Do you want to use effort to make it a difficulty 1?
So with the trained in jumping, I only need to roll a 6.
6 or higher. So you think you can make that without effort?
I think so.
I think so too. Go ahead and roll.
That
So
sounds like
that's
a pretty easy roll.
It's super easy. Yeah, 6 or higher.
So that was a might roll again?
Yeah, a might roll. Yep,
There
there
it
you go.
is.
So you got it. So you hit the ground. You kind of, roll into a little, curl up into a little ball, hit the ground, curl up your parachute, release yourself from the straps, and you quickly go and take cover. And you look around and you see other paratroopers coming down. Colin, you are next. So it's a difficulty 3. You are also skilled in jumping, so that's going to reduce it down to a 2. Do you want to use effort to make it a 1?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's going to cost you 3 points, but you have an edge of 1, so really it's going to cost you 2. So if you want to reduce your might, the first number, reduce that from an 11 to a 9, and you can just click on the little plus or minus and reduce that down to a 9, and then you'll make your roll, and you just need a 3 or higher.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just going to explain what happens when you roll well or poorly. So you rolled a 1. Now a 1 is so the game master in this game. I don't roll any dice. My job is to give you the level of the task, but there's ways I can complicate it, and it's through what's called a GM intrusion. If you roll a 1, I get to give you an intrusion. I can also choose to give you an intrusion at any point during the game, but you'll get experience points for it. This one, you don't get any XP. This one, you just, something bad happens. I'm going to go gently on you and just say that you actually roll your ankle a little bit, and you're going to take 2 points of speed damage. So you'll go ahead and reduce your speed by 2. And you get up, you're a little gimpy, but you're made of tough stuff. You never say die. So you're still good to go.
That's right.
Excellent.
I guess.
And you can, you came down hard. Maybe there's a rabbit hole. Who knows? But we are up to David Holland. So David, you are not skilled in jumping. So this is going to be a tougher task for you. It's going to be a difficulty 3. If you want to spend might, you can make it a difficulty 2.
I'll take the roll.
Okay. Need a 9 or higher, and you got a 6. So you're going to take 3 points of might damage. So you're going to reduce it from a 12 down to a 9. Yep, there we go. Perfect. And last but not least, William, you are up. And William is also not skilled in jumping. So you got a choice here. Do you want to try and beat a 9, or do you want to try and beat a 6 and spend some points?
Well, I'm going to lose points if I fail, so I might as well try to ease it.
Exactly. You'll only lose 2
Yeah,
instead
see,
of
that's
3.
what I was thinking. I was like, dang, I lost 3 anyways, bro. What?
Yeah, so it's kind of an asset, a resource management game. So you're going to lose 2.
No, because I was thinking, like, do I really want to use it, like, on the first task? Maybe I should save it for something.
Well, once you guys are all down, I'm going to explain how you can get points back. There's one easy way to get it back, and then the rest of them take a little time. But
No.
man, you guys are using my dice. So unfortunately, William, not only do you burn through that might, but you're going to lose 2 points of speed as well.
So what, is he, like, injured too?
Yeah, so, that same rabbit hole, as his teammate kind of ducked away into the woods, he thought, that's a safe place to land, and he put his foot right in it. Take 2 more points of speed damage, but at least we're on the ground.
Yeah, I already did.
Perfect.
The rabbit hole got a double kill, oh my god.
So we all made it safely. Let's go ahead and regroup. So
I don't think safely is the word to use in the scenario. I'm not gonna lie.
It could have been worse.
We're alive. Let's
You're
say that.
alive, definitely. A little banged up. If you look at your character sheet, you have a means to get back points. So underneath combat, if you click on the combat tracker, there's the damage track and recovery rolls. And so there should be a thing that says hail. So hail means you're doing great. All 3 of your pools have points in them. If one of your pools runs out of points, you're going to click on that and move yourself down to impaired. And then impaired, that affects your rolls. If you wipe out 2 of your pools, let's say your might and speed are gone, all you have left is intellect, then you're down to debilitated. If all 3 of your pools get wiped out, you're not going to make it out of Normandy. So to recover points, just below that, there should be a box that says 1d6 plus 1, and then it says 1 action, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 10 hours. So you have 4 opportunities to recover points. And to recover them, it'll be a 1d6 plus your level or your tier, which is 1. The first time will cost you an action, a few seconds. The next time will cost you 10 minutes. The next time 1 hour, and then the last time 10 hours. And we don't have 10 hours, so you've ultimately got 3 recovery rolls. And really, you're looking at 2. We've got a mission to do, and if we spend too long resting, that's not good. But if it comes to it, better survive and fight another day. So if anyone wants to spend their action to recover points now, you can. You can also wait until things get a little worse. Hint, hint, they're probably going to get worse. But whenever you want to do that, just let me know, and then you can click on the box and then roll the little dice roll on that same line, and it should tell you how many points you recover, and then you can put them in any pool that you want. You just can't exceed your maximum. Okay? All right. So you are...
Bro, you're joking.
You recovered 2. Ugh. So you can go ahead and put those 2 points in any one of your stats. You can put 2 in one stat, 1 in one in the other. However you want to do that. Oh, and it looks like you did the 10-minute. You need to do the 1 action roll first.
Yeah, I clicked 1 action. I didn't know it went to 10 minutes.
Yeah. So your 1 action is clicked. So you're correct. That may have just come up incorrectly, but you're good. You're good. All right. You were on the ground. You're within a few dozen meters of one another, close enough to group up with minimal effort. The landing could have been worse, but you all make sure that your limbs are all intact and you're ready to go. This immediate area is grassy and lightly wooded. There's a rutted dirt road leading south, but you're not able to really know which way's north and which way's south unless one of you has a compass and a map. That's probably what we should do now, is figure out where we are and where we need to go. So does anyone have equipment or want to go scrounge for equipment, or does anyone have a compass or a map that they want to use?
Yes, oh my god, I have both. Okay, hold on.
I also have both.
Perfect. So who wants to do a navigation roll for me? That's going to be an intellect roll.
I can do that.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you're going to make an intellect roll. Now, if you have a compass and a map, that's 2 assets. That's going to reduce the difficulty by 2. This is a difficulty 4, so that's going to make it a difficulty 2. So that's a 6 or higher. If you want to spend some intellect effort, you can do that as well and reduce it further. I'll let you decide how many levels you want to ease that by 2, or do you want to spend effort?
I'm going to go ahead and take the 2.
Okay.
And see how I do.
Give me your roll. You just need to beat a 6.
Bam.
Ooh, nat
perfect.
20.
Okay. So we've seen what happens when you roll a 1. Here's what happens when you roll a 20. Had you spent points, you would have gotten those points back. You also, if this is combat, you deal an additional 4 points of damage. You can also have what's called a major effect. Since this isn't combat, you just get the major effect. I'm going to say that you find some gear for your teammates, and you're able to get them re-provisioned.
Excellent.
I'm going to pull everyone to a map of the drop zones. So everyone's screen should change. This is an actual map from D-Day that was used.
Oh wow, you did a lot of work for this.
Yeah, this was actually what someone used. Now, I'm going to ping the map in a few places. So right here you can see Chef DuPont, where I'm pinging. This is the small village that we need to help defend, and there's a bridge right here over this river.
Right.
Now, our landing zone was up here. This is where we were supposed to land, near San Mariglis, but we, based on the map and the compass, we're a little bit further on, so we need to make up some time. We need to head south, down towards this bridge right here, and try and secure that. The reason being, in just a few hours, the beaches are going to be filled with soldiers wanting to come inland, And if we don't secure this bridge, that's going to slow the advance. We need to get men and material off the beach and into the country, and this is our task, and we're going to see it through. So I'm going to
Dang,
go
we
ahead
better.
and yeah, we got to get
I
hustling.
was
It's
gonna
probably
say,
2
dang.
a.m. We got like 4 hours. So I'm going to make sure everyone has equipment back. Let me go ahead and load that back on here, everyone that lost equipment.
Dang, we better get the step in home. Oh my God.
So let's get some equipment back here on John. I think he lost quite a bit. And you find a combat knife. It's not your favorite knife, you know, Thunder or whatever you called it, but you found a knife. And William, let me get your equipment and weapons back on here.
So as we're walking along, I'm trained in healing. So can I try and like bandage their ankles, whoever?
Yeah, so that's going to be like a task that you can do to make a healing roll. You choose how many points you want to try and heal, and however many you want to choose, that's the level of the difficulty. So let's say you want to try and heal 3 points from someone's pool. That's going to be a difficulty 3 intellect roll. But since you're trained in healing, that makes it a level 2. So it looks like William is a little bit low on points. David is short 1 point. Colin is down a couple points of might and speed. And then John, I think you don't have any. So who would you like to do some healing on?
Whoever's the
Okay,
worst, I can try and
Yeah.
heal.
So, since you're doing that, I guess whoever you don't heal, I can carry. So I'm trained in running, so I guess that might help me carry somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help you if we need to cross country in a hurry. I think Colin's probably the worst for wear. He's down 2 points of might and 2 points of speed. So if you wanted to try and heal it all, that'd be a difficulty 4, and then because you're skilled in healing, that'd be a difficulty 3. And then if you want to spend effort, you can spend effort on that.
I think I'll try and just heal 2 points.
Okay?
And so that'll be a difficulty 1.
1. So yeah, just need to roll a 3 or higher. Excellent. So Colin, you can heal up 2 points in whatever pool you want, 2 in might, or 2 in speed, or 1 in 1.
Okay. I suspect for right now, speed is going to be an issue. So
Absolutely.
do that.
I'm,
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to move us into another screen. And as you are heading through the countryside, you come upon a grisly sight.
Oh, dang.
You find a paratrooper suspended from a tree. His body is lifeless and bleeding from several rounds to the chest. He is indeed dead. But you know that any equipment that you may have needed could be yours. Thankfully, because of that 20 that was rolled on the navigation, you were able to find equipment. But you do find something else. You find, it's called the Eureka Transponder. Anybody want that?
So will it cost something to try and get it?
Nope, not at all. It's a piece of
Okay.
equipment, and I would say that the explorers would know what that is. So that is Colin and David. You know that this is a piece of equipment used from the Pathfinders. These are the guys that landed before you landed, that tried to find landing zones. And this was able to contact the C-47 jump planes to let them know, hey, go here, go there, this is safe, avoid this area. So this may be something you could use to contact planes. And there's still plenty of planes overhead. I'm going to go
I guess
ahead
I'll take
and
it.
I'm going to throw that on your character sheet then, David. So now you should have in your equipment the Eureka Transponder. And I do have a picture of this. Let me send everyone the picture there.
Okay. Oh, this is a real thing?
It's a real thing. Yeah, this was actually a thing that they used. And then the airplanes had a big antenna. I think it was called the Rebecca. And so the Eureka and the Rebecca could talk to one another, and you can send a Morse-coded message from one to the other.
Oh, wow. I feel so educated.
Right? Not only are you having fun, but we're learning while we go. But things are about to get
Exactly.
worse, so don't worry.
I'm sorry. I was enjoying myself too much.
I can't have you having too much fun. As you were
For
walking
real. Like,
through this field, you see movement up ahead on the tree line. You see 4 figures crouched down. They look like they're whispering to one another and kind of skulking around, trying to stay out of sight. They're about 75 yards away or so. They don't seem to have noticed you. What would y'all like
See the
to do?
crowd now. Facing us.
yeah.
Excellent.
What should we do? Should we like go after them, or I mean, like we don't even know who they are.
I'm going to put you guys on the map just so we have some tokens.
Okay, so like, okay, what do you guys So like,
You guys are
what's
down
the
here,
what's
and
the move then?
you see the crouching coming from over here in the tree line.
Yeah,
So-
what's the play?
One thing that you know is that you are surrounded by enemy. When you landed in conquered territory. In every direction, there are likely to be Germans. There are also likely to be paratroopers and pathfinders in every direction.
You're breaking up a little bit for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you hear me now? Is that better?
Nah,
Yeah.
not really.
Okay, so in every direction there are likely to be enemies. This is a held territory. There's also likely to be paratroopers and other pathfinders. So you don't know yet if this is friend or foe.
Okay, so I feel like going up to them just straight up is probably like a bad idea.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. So like, is there any way to
have-
tell which one is which?
Does anyone
Like-
have binoculars? I don't think anyone has binoculars.
I don't think so.
Does one of us have the cricket signaling device?
Yeah, I think all of you
I
probably
do.
have a cricket device. Now, this was
Yes.
given to everyone to help. It's part of their IFF program, the Identify Friend or Foe, and you were taught how to give a signal and how to receive a signal. Recalling what that is going to be a really easy task. It's a level 1 intellect task to remember how many clicks I have to give and how many clicks I have to answer. So who would like to do that task?
I'll do it.
All right, David, go ahead and give me an intellect roll. It's level 1. Natural 20. So
Nat 20, let's
that's
go.
going to be a major effect. So you know with certainty that it's 1 click. 1 click is the call, and you know that 2 clicks is the response. So you're going to go ahead and give that click?
Okay. No. It's like,
You give the click.
I don't know how to make a click.
Oh, I'll go ahead and do it for you. I got a little soundboard here, so you should hear a little click
Yes.
right there. So you click again, and the 4 figures kind of stiffen up, and they look in your direction, and you hear Achtung, Americana, and lights from their rifles begin to fill the edge of the woods as they fire at you.
Oh yeah. I feel like, yeah. I guess that solved that answered that question.
Yeah,
I
at
guess.
least now you know. So I'm going to drag some tokens out here. These are German Grenadiers, and there are 4 of them. Right now,
I thought
you
it would
are
be a
all
lot
at-
less.
Well, you're at about short range. So if you look at your weapons, you're going to have different ranges on there. You should all have something for pretty much every range. So if you have a pistol, which everyone should, that's medium. That's a short range weapon. If you have a combat knife or unarmed combat, that's up close and personal. You also have rifles that can be used at long range. So right now you are at short range, so you could use anything but a melee attack. If you want to do the melee attack, you got to run up there. Now on your turn, you get basically 1 action. You can move a little bit, 5-10 feet, and then take an action like attack. If you want to try and cover that whole short distance, that can also be your action. However, if you want to try and do both, if you want to cover the 50 feet and start throwing punches and kicks or stabbing with your knife, you're going to need to make a speed roll to try and do that. And if you're, I know one of you mentioned that you have a skill in running, that's going to make that speed roll a little easier. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just kind of start in the order that I've got them on the table. So we're going to do an initiative roll. Now these Germans are These don't look like they are good ordered, meaning they probably don't have a leader amongst them. They look like they're panicking a little bit. So these are going to be a little easier. So I'm actually not going to tell you what the target number is. But you know that these aren't, elite Germans. So you're just going to have to guess, do I need to spend points or what do I do? To make the initiative roll, it's going to be a speed roll. And some of you are trained in initiative. If you are, that's going to make that roll a little easier. And you can also spend effort if you want to. So Colin, you are up first. Do you want to make that roll? Do you want to spend effort? What would you like to do, sir?
I'm not going to spend effort, but I am trained in initiative.
Perfect. So
I know I don't have any targets.
give me a speed roll, and that's going to ease your task by 1 level.
All right.
Dang.
17. Excellent. Now, had this been combat, a 17 would do 1 additional point of damage. But as it stands, you got a higher score than they did. And the way that I get their initiative is I take their level and I multiply it by 3, and that's their initiative score, and you got higher than that. So you're going to go before they do. David, let's do the same thing.
Okay, yeah, I have initiative too.
Okay, go ahead and give it a roll. You will not go before them, so they're going to go before you do. Let's go to John. Your turn.
I am also trained in initiative.
Dang. It's like everybody in here.
Is it rolling that for you? There we go. And you likewise, you're trained in initiative. You likewise will get to go before the Germans. And William, you're up last. Go ahead and make your initiative roll.
I'm trained in initiative as well.
Excellent.
It's just speed roll.
Yep, speed roll. Because you are trained, you will go ahead of them. So it'll be Colin, John, and William, the Germans, and then David. So Colin, why don't you lead us off? What would you like to do?
I would like to use my rifle.
Excellent choice.
And take a shot.
So you are going to make a speed roll to use your rifle. You need to beat their level, which I'll tell you right now, they are level 3. So you need to beat a 9 or higher.
9, okay. And say, can I use edge to assist
Yes,
in
you
this?
can. So in fact, you can use edge twice. You can use it to either make your roll a little easier, or you can use it to deal additional damage. You only have 1 level of effort, so if you want to ease your roll, it's going to, because of you have an edge in speed, it'll cost you 2 points. But if you want to try and deal additional damage, you can declare that now, spend those 2 points, and if you hit, you'll do an extra 3 points of damage. If you look at your rifle, it does in Cypher System, everything does a flat rate of damage. So it's going to do 7 points of damage if you hit. If you spend effort, you'll do 10. Or if you roll 17, 18, 19, or 20, you're going to do additional damage. But otherwise, you're going to flat out do 7 points if you can land a shot.
Okay, I think I'd like to use the edge to make the shot easier.
Perfect. So that's going to cost 3 minus 1 because you have an edge in speed, so it'll cost you 2 points of speed, and you need a 6 or higher.
Okay, let me pick my 2 points off there. And then, so it's a speed roll.
Speed roll, yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a 19. So if you can see on the chat screen, it says minor effect. So you can either deal an additional 3 points of damage, so 10 damage, or you can do a minor effect like maybe one of them will fall prone, and his attack is going to be a little easier to dodge. Would you like to do the extra damage or cause him to fall prone?
Let's have him fall prone.
Perfect. So I'm going to say it's this guy right here that you're attacking. So you did 7 points of damage. And then he's going to be prone as well. Oops, let's see. Sorry, let me get him prone here.
You see, I did it without even trying earlier. Oh, I thought you were gonna like rotate his portrait or something.
So he is prone. So he's got the little icon on him. Now, one thing that you can also glean from, if I told you he's a level 3, he's probably going to deal 3 damage if he hits you. And he's got 3 times 3 hit points. He's got 9 hit points. So you just about took him out. He's down to 2 hit points. So let's say you find someone that's level 4. He's probably going to deal 4 damage. He's going to have 12 hit points. Kind of as a general rule. Some may have more, some may have less. But that kind of lets you know how many hits do I got to put on this guy to take him out. So let's see. David, you rolled poor initiative. I'm just going to drop you down so I know who's next. John, you are up.
Well, I'm going to try and sneak through the brush and try and get closer to them.
So you can spend your whole action to sneak through the brush and get up to them, but you wouldn't be able to attack, or do you want to run up there and lay waste to them?
Well, can I get up to them and then attack in this turn?
If you do, it'll be a speed roll. You'll have to beat a level 4 speed roll, unless you're skilled in, like, running or something.
I mean, like, it's a pretty open field, though, so, like, they might see you, too.
Yeah, they'll probably see you. If you want to be stealthy, I'm going to say you probably couldn't be stealthy and sneak up there and get them. But what would you like to do?
I think I'll charge up ahead. I do look for trouble. And
You do look for trouble, and you found it. Do you want to go after the guy that's on the ground? He's going to be easier to hit. You can just stomp him, or you can go after one of the others.
Yeah, I think as I run up there, I will just stomp on the German on the ground.
Okay, you're going to have to give me a speed roll. It's going to be level 4, unless you're trained in running.
I'm not.
Okay, so level 4 speed roll. Do you want to spend effort?
I will spend effort.
Okay, so that's going to cost 3, and if you have an edge, that will reduce it by 1. So that'll be a level 3 speed roll. You need a 9 or higher. You got a 13, so you get up there, and now you get to attack. So now you need to make a speed roll to attack.
And then I am...
Well, actually, are you using your martial arts?
Yes.
So you can do speed or might. Speed is going to be anything you're trying to be agile, like shooting a gun, using a knife. But if you're just trying to stomp this guy's guts out, you can just make a might roll if you want.
Okay, and will that be ease because I am trained in martial arts?
Yeah, so what happens is any small weapon, like a knife or something, it will probably say eased on your character sheet. It means it makes that roll a little easier, because, I mean, you don't have to be specifically, trained to throw a kick or a punch. If you want to be super effective like you are and do more damage, you do. So that's already going to be reduced by 1. So he's level 3. So you're going to need, that's going to drop him to level 2.
And then because he's prone, does that drop him?
That drops him 1 more. So he's level 1. So you need a 3 or higher. If you can never drop him to a level 0 task, it's an auto success. Bam. That will deal 2 additional points of damage. So you are trained in martial arts. You deal, 7 damage?
7, yes.
Plus 2, so 9. So tell me how you take this guy out.
So I probably run up there, and if they're trying to take cover, and I find their ally down on the ground, I will just drive a heel kick into his throat.
Nice. He sputters and coughs and clutches his throat as he expires, writhing on the ground. And if this is too gruesome for anyone, please let me know.
That's realism,
Yeah, this is war. This is what we're here for. But you stomp him in the throat. He's clutching his throat. He's out of the fight and out of existence here momentarily. The bad news is you're now surrounded by 3 other Germans.
Right,
but not
and you
before
just killed
William
their buddy
goes.
too.
Yeah, so who knows if they're gonna stick around or if they're gonna be angry. Maybe they didn't even like that guy. William, your turn.
I mean, it's possible.
I'm just gonna shoot at one of the ones that's still standing.
Perfect. So that's going to be a level 3 speed roll. And you can spend effort if you want to ease that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If you just click on the die on the
weapon
Garand,
yep, it should do
roll,
that.
Right?
Yeah, it should roll that for you.
It's a level 3. I'll take my chances.
Got to beat a 9. You got a 55% chance of success.
Oh,
Bro, that is dirty. That is actually.
That's the second time I've been within 1 or
within
2.
1. So the shot, in fact, it hits his helmet, and you see a bright flash as it ricochets off the helmet, and kind of the dong of a bell as it hits him right in the helmet, and he spins around, knowing that he came within inches of sudden destruction. The 3 of them, one of them is going to step over his buddy, and he's going to go hand to hand with John. He's got a knife, and he thinks that you are no match for his trench knife. He's going to go at you. You need to make a speed defense roll. Now, some of you may be trained in speed defense, which will make this roll easier. As I mentioned, I don't roll any dice. You guys roll all the dice. So, John, you are trained in speed defense. So he's a level 3, so that makes it a level 2. You can spend effort if you want, or try and beat a 6.
I think I'll take my chance. That's a speed roll.
Speed roll.
Just barely.
And you got a 7, just barely. So you manage to sidestep the knife and kind of push his hand away, and he looks at you like, oh, I didn't realize you were trained, and he knows that he maybe just bit off more than he can chew. The other two are going to lay a bead. The one that just got hit in the helmet is going to fire at William. So William, you need to make a speed defense roll as well. And if you are trained in speed defense, that will reduce it by 1 level. If you want to spend effort, you can spend effort, but right now you'll need to beat a 6 or higher.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if I'm trained in speed. It'd be under skills, right?
Yes, it should be under skills.
I'm not.
So William Benson is it's under combat.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yep, under combat. Yep.
No, I found it. Yeah. Okay.
And you needed to beat a 6, and you rolled an 8. So you stand cool as could be as the shots strike the dirt right in front of you. They spray a little bit of dirt up against your leg, but you are unfazed. The remaining German is going to fire at Colin, who drilled the other German with his rifle. So Colin, you need to make a speed defense roll. It's going to be a level 3 unless you are trained in speed defense.
Yeah, I'm trained in speed defense.
Perfect. And that is a success.
That wasn't me.
Oh, that was David. Yep, sorry. So Colin, you make a speed defense roll.
All right.
Perfect. So you needed to beat a 9. You got a 12. This disordered German shots are going wide into the trees. And now, David, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I mean, I was thinking before, since they grouped up, I was just gonna throw like a grenade at them, but now I can't do that. Since...
Well, let's look at your character sheet. So everyone's going to have ciphers. So David, in fact, everyone should have a grenade. It'll be listed under your equipment. You should have 2 ciphers. Everyone has a Mark II grenade. It's a level 6. It deals 6 damage to all enemies in immediate range. So you could throw it. It would be a speed roll to throw that grenade. But if you land, you need to beat a 9 because they're level 3. If it lands, it's going to deal damage to everybody in immediate range. If you want to try and position it so it's a little further on and maybe doesn't hit the, John and the one he's engaged with, that would make it a little bit higher level, like a level 4. But it's a good way to try and deal a lot of damage. You should also have another cipher. This is called a subtle cipher. This isn't a piece of equipment. This is drawing on your willpower and your internal resolve. Like David, you have one called Sniper, and this is a friendly shot from distance. And so this is gonna, another paratrooper fires into the combat, and it's gonna make your next speed attack 2 levels easier. So you can use these whenever you want, and I'll give you a hint. You're gonna find these to replace as we go on the adventure.
Okay. Okay, I'll just use my M1A1.
Awesome. So that's going to be a speed roll. You need to beat a level 9 unless you want to spend effort.
And I'm trained in medium weapons. I'm not sure if that does anything.
So I think you're practiced in medium weapons, which means you're able to use them without penalty. So practice would be different than trained. So it's still going to be a level 3, but if you want to spend effort, you can make it a level 2.
So what's the difference?
So practice just means you don't have any penalties to using that. Like you are probably not practiced in heavy weapons, and so like you couldn't pick up a machine gun and use it because you're not practiced in it. But you're practiced with medium and small weapons, so you have no penalties to use your rifle. So it's going to be a difficulty or a level 3, so you need to beat a 9 or higher. If you want to spend speed points, you can spend speed points if you like.
Okay, I'll use some speed points.
Perfect. It's going to
So
cost you 3 points, and then you have an edge of 1 in speed, so it's only going to cost you 2 points. You get one of those back. And then you can go ahead and take that shot.
Phew.
That's a hit plus an additional 2 points of damage.
Hurrah.
So we're going to give it to this guy right here.
I was aiming at this guy.
Can you ping him one more time?
Like the thing is
Was it this guy
the
here?
thing isn't
Or the other one?
working.
Was
Kid,
it, or
kid,
was it this
kid.
guy? Or the one that's with John?
It's the guy right above John.
Perfect. Got it. So you hit him for 8 points of damage. Nearly take him out. He is really, really close to being down. All right, that's the end of the first round. We're going to go to the second round. We're going to go a little bit faster now. You know how combat works, kind of what your options are. Colin, we're going to go to you.
All right, I'm going to take a shot at also the guy right above John.
Okay, perfect. He's got 1 hit point. Now, because he's with John, they're kind of in a little tussle here. John's aware of this, that the guy just got shot. Sometimes I would assign a penalty to that. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let you take that shot because I know you're going to get him.
All right, and that was a speed roll.
Speed roll, correct.
All right.
Level 3. Okay,
No.
tell you what, here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to do something in the game. If we were playing in person, what I would do is I would hold up 2 cards. I would show you these 2 cards and say, this is a GM intrusion. What that means is that some complication happens. However, you're going to get experience points this way. So I'm going to apply this to Colin. And now, Colin, you get to keep 1 experience point, and you get to give 1 to somebody else. So I'm going to accept that for you. Who do you want to give the additional 1 to? And it could be someone that has helped you out, someone that's down on their luck, someone that might need it. You can use this experience point. You can spend 1 to get a free reroll whenever you like.
I'm going to give it to John just because I took a shot over his shoulder.
Yeah, and I'm sure he didn't appreciate that. So now, so it says Colin Smithson accepted the intrusion. He gets 1 XP and gave the additional XP to John Ballard. And so I'm going to take that intrusion away. Here's what happens as you go to fire your weapon. There was a sound that every soldier hated to hear, and it was this. It was the ping of the clip popping out of your rifle, which meant you needed to reload. So as you go to fire, you hear that ping and realize, I got to reload. So that was the intrusion, and that's probably why your shot didn't land where you wanted it to. So John, we go to your turn.
Well, I'm going to try and take this guy out that's in front of me.
Okay, it's going to be a level 3.
And then eased because of my martial arts?
Yeah, because it's a short weapon, yeah. It says eased on your character sheet. That is correct.
No, you're joking.
Not
You're
quite.
joking.
So you needed a 6, and you got a 5. So, he tried to stick you with the knife. You blocked it, but you were not aware he had a quick turnaround here.
So now, Colin gave me that XP, so I can spend that.
You can spend that right now. Yep. So take that XP off of your character sheet and re-roll that. Oh, okay. You can have a minor effect or deal additional damage. I'll give you a hint. This guy only has a couple hit points left. So
I'll take the minor.
The minor effect. So I'm going to give the other people here a morale check because they've just seen 2 of their party get butchered here. Normally I don't roll the dice. I'm going to give you an intimidation sort of roll. So this is going to be a might roll. And if you're trained in anything like intimidating or anything like that, I don't believe that you are. You're just going to make a might roll. You need to beat a 3. If you get it, you're going to chase the other 2 off. Or if not, they're going to stick around and fight. Okay. So these other 2 guys, they take off into the woods. Do you guys want to chase them down or let them go?
I think we should let them go. We got
Yeah, you guys have a mission that needs to be done. So I would agree.
We got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Perfect. So You've got 2 dead Germans here. You just survived your first firefight. You can take a moment if anyone needs to use that action to recover any pools. You can search the bodies, kind of thing.
Ooh, what do the bodies have on them?
Well, let's find out what they have. You find a document. Let me send this to everyone. Everyone should have been able to see that. A document that says "Streng geheim." Someone's going to have to try and decipher this if you want to see what it means.
Does anyone
read
German?
Anyone speak German or have like a skill that lets them decipher? I know one of you does. I can't remember who it is.
Oh, who is that then?
Is it David?
Is it me? Hold on. Wait,
under
what
abilities?
Okay,
yes,
let me...
So you have decipher under your abilities.
Okay. I'll try and, I guess, translate this.
So the way that decipher works on your character sheet, it says it costs 1 intellect point. So you just have to spend that. And then if you spend a minute examining a piece of writing or code in a language you do not understand, you can make an intellect roll difficulty 3 to get the gist of the message. So it's going to cost you 1 point of intellect. And if you want to spend effort, you can spend 3 more to make it a difficulty 2 task.
I'll do the... I mean, this is probably pretty important. I'll take the 3.
I think that's a good choice. So that's going to be a level 2. You need a 6 or higher. You got it. So you spend about a minute looking over this. You know streng geheim means top secret. And the contents of this letter reveals that the elite 6th Regiment Fallschirmjägers, the German paratroopers, are tasked with the defense of the bridge. You've heard of these guys. These are the Green Berets of the German army. And these are the toughest guys here in Normandy, and they're the ones you get to go up against when you get to that bridge. So being forewarned is being forearmed, they say. But you've got your work cut out for you, and the enemy that awaits you at that bridge is no easy pushover.
Okay, well, I guess it's good that we know that, but what are we gonna do with that? Like, how are we going to actionate on that?
So I'll give you a hint. You do have something that could help you, and you may find some other things that will help you along the way, but you do have an item that may help you guys out in this regard.
Okay. That's incredibly vague, but thank you, I guess.
And if it gets closer to it, well, I'll remind someone, hey, check your character sheet. Up ahead, you hear a sound. It's the rumble of thunder. And you know that not far in the distance, there's got to be an anti-aircraft battery. It's audible for miles around. It's going to be manned by grenadiers. They're firing up flak at the incoming paratroopers that are still coming in over the countryside. The gun emplacement is barricaded by sandbags, which offers them some cover. You know this gun needs to be shut down.
Do we have to do it? Like, us specifically?
You don't have to do it. You can choose to move on. This is up to you.
Okay, yeah, we probably should, help out our guys and stuff. But I don't know. What do you guys think we should do?
Yeah, as John mentioned, you guys do have a whole lot of grenades.
Yeah,
that is true, I guess.
All right, I'm just going to put the Germans kind of where the other ones were, but of course this is a completely different area, and there's a big anti-aircraft gun over here, and these 2 guys are cycling rounds through that, just trying to keep fire up into the sky. Let's go ahead and let's just do some initiative rolls. These don't look like these are those disordered Germans that you just fought. These guys might be a little tougher. So, Colin, go ahead and give me an initiative roll. That's speed, and if you're trained in initiative, that reduces the level by 1.
I am trained, and here's the roll.
Okay. I'm going to just tell you now that you're going to go after the Germans. David, what do you got?
Okay, I'm also trained in initiative. So.
You're going to go before the Germans. Well done. William, what you got? You are going to go before the Germans. In fact, you get a minor effect. If you choose to be stealthy, I'm going to give you... That's going to ease that task. Or whatever your next task is going to be eased by one step because you rolled so well. Both David and William will both get that advantage.
Okay, I guess I should be the stealthy one because like that's kind of my guy's thing.
Yeah, so I think you move like a cat. So if you want to try and sneak up on there, it's going to be a little easier for you because of that 19 on initiative. You kind of got the jump on them. John, what have you got?
I am also trained.
And you will go before the Germans as well. So Colin, you're going to go after the Germans. David, we're going to go to you. You're up first. Again,
Okay,
you're about 50 feet away when you decide your course of action. So what do you decide to do?
So like I'm gonna try and go, like kind of behind them, like.
Perfect. Just kind of sneaking your way through there. You're even humming the Pink Panther tune as you're going.
Immersion.
Nice. So you're going to go ahead and make a roll for that. What you are going to do is you are not trained in stealth, so that's just going to be a straight intellect roll to try and be sneaky, but that's eased by 1 because of that minor effect that you got. So go ahead and give me a roll. If you want to burn intellect points and use effort, you can do that. I'll leave that up to you.
No, that's going to put me on 4, bro. I cannot afford to lose.
That's a little close. Okay, so you got an 8. So we'll determine in a moment if you think you're sneaky or not. But you managed to get up, so you are right next to that gun, and you think you're in a pretty good position. William, what are you doing? You also have a little ease on your task here.
I'm trying to figure out what right next to that gun means.
So next to the sandbags,
are we like breathing down
if
their
a
neck,
grenade were to go off, you're probably far enough away. We'll say like 15 feet.
Oh, okay. So, well, I was going to sneak up so I could just toss a grenade in with more ease.
Perfect.
For being closer.
You could probably try and throw that grenade from here. You'd be able to move up, 15, 20 feet and throw that grenade. You just have to make the throw roll.
I have actually thrown a grenade in real life. And
hey, there we go. So could you throw it that far? Could you throw it 40 feet? Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
If you're trying to pinpoint your target.
If you want to have any sort of success.
Actually, like if we throw it at the same time, like together, I don't think it's necessary, but it's gonna be gone for sure.
Well, the way some of you were rolling, they would bounce off each other and like bounce right back towards David or something.
Like a freaking cartoon.
So William, that's going to be a speed roll to throw that grenade, and you're going to ease it by 1 step because of your minor effect.
Okay.
And if you want to spend effort on that, you can do that as well.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Abilities?
Yes.
Because, like, I don't know if this would really help. It says practice with all weapons, which means I don't suffer a penalty.
Exactly.
With any kind of weapon. Okay. So, like, do I know, what's the target number to hit it?
So, you don't know, but you think these guys are probably on par with the guys that you fought before. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that they're level 4.
Okay, so that's a 12.
So, because your minor effect, that'll drop it down to a 9.
Well, I have a question, and this is me coming from other systems.
Go for it.
In a lot of other systems I've played, if you're targeting a square, not specifically a person, it's less.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what you'd want to do with a grenade anyway.
Right, you don't want to hit one of them physically with the grenade.
Yeah.
So in the game, that's not part of the rules, but I like it. I say go for it because you're just trying to hit by the gun. You're not really trying to like hit someone's body. So yeah, I say go for it. So that'll drop it by 1 more. So you need to beat a 6. And do you want to spend effort on that?
No, I'll take my chances. I mean, worst thing I'm gonna do is land it on David's head.
Right.
Please,
and that's only worse for David. That's not worse for for you.
Okay.
All right.
I survived.
So your grenade goes off. So I'm gonna take the grenade off your character sheet here. and these guys are each going to take 6 points of damage. And it goes off with a blinding flash, and you hear them shriek and scream in pain as as fragments of the grenade and sizzling bits of metal just blast through their bodies. They're quickly scrambling, looking to see, one, where that came from, and two, where are their firearms. And so there's a moment here where there's some confusion and chaos, and that may come in handy for John, who is next.
So could I just get up a little closer and also throw my grenade?
You sure can.
Alright, I will do that then.
And so that's going to be a level 3 for you, because I like the idea of, you're not trying to hit a person, you're just trying to hit an area. And if you want to spend points, you can spend points.
I'll spend, would that be might?
That would be speed. Really, you could use either. So speed is if you're trying, like if you're throwing a baseball and you're trying to hit a target. Might is if you're trying to throw something heavy. I'll let you use whichever one you want. If you can give me a good reason for it, I'm easy.
Well, I will just say that I'll use might. I'm just trying to hurl this far. So I'll use might edge, and that will take it down to a 2.
Level 2. 6 or higher. Nice. So 17, that even does an additional point of damage. That was easy. You take these guys out. In fact, I'm not even going to mess with their hit points. They're gone. So 2 grenades. You took out the crew here. The gun is still in good order. You guys can hustle up there and see what they've got. David, you're probably first on the scene. As you survey the carnage, there is just blood and entrails and bits of bone. It's a horrible sight. You find some written instructions, and these are in German, and since you just deciphered the other letter, you kind of recognize what this one is about, and it sounds like there are instructions for one member of the crew to take several rounds of ammunition to the bridge for an improvised detonation. You also, let me pull this up, I'm going to add it to your character sheet. You find some smoke canisters. There is a red smoke canister and a green smoke canister. Give me an intellect roll if you want to try and find out what these were used for. It'll be a level 3 task.
I'm just gonna roll it. Ooh!
You got it, just barely. So you know that these were used by Pathfinders. Green smoke would mark areas safe for landings, and red smoke would mark them as hostile. And you know that this could be used to signal for reinforcements. Same with that Eureka transponder that you found. You could also signal one of the planes and say, hey, we need some help on the bridge, kind of thing. So that was what I was talking about earlier, about saying someone's got some equipment they could use here.
Yeah, okay. Also, can we take down the gun thing, or is it already gone?
No, the gun's not gone, and you bring up an excellent point. You need to disable that gun, or what's to stop another patrol from coming by and saying, hey, let's put some more rounds up in the air. So it's going to take you a minute to improvise some explosives for that, but you got plenty of shell casings, and there's powder, and there's some German stick grenades here. There's all sorts of things that you guys can use. So I'm going to say that you don't even need to roll. That's just going to happen. You're able to get that to go off. You move back a safe distance. You set it off. There's a blinding flash, and the barrel of the gun is just mushroomed out. You've ruined that barrel. It will not fire another round at any of your friends again. Hooray!
Nice.
I'd like to pick up one of those stick grenades before we do that.
You got it. So you already threw your grenade, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and anyone that was out a grenade, I'm gonna go ahead and add that back to your equipment. Let's see. Who needs a grenade here?
I have
give John a grenade.
I still have my grenade. Can I pick up something different?
If you want to drop the grenade, I will let you get something different if you like.
I'll keep the grenade.
Okay.
Wait, no, what else is there?
Well, I'll tell you what you find, and you can decide what you want to keep or not. So you also find a chocolate bar. And this chocolate bar, you could eat it, and it will restore 4 speed points.
Okay.
But you can only carry, so everyone has a limit on ciphers, and everyone has a limit of 2. So you can only carry 2 of those ciphers. You'd have to discard one of them, either a grenade or one of your subtle ciphers. Like David, your subtle cipher is the sniper card. So you could get rid of the sniper card and pick up the chocolate bar, or get rid of your grenade and pick up the chocolate bar, or you can just keep what you got.
I think I'll just keep my grenade.
All right. Anybody else want that chocolate bar?
I mean, we have 3 grenades, so like if anyone wants it, it's not like we're gonna be
Right,
really.
and if someone wants, they could just, because you guys have done so
Uh,
well, you can just eat. Someone can eat the chocolate bar if they want it, and just take 4 speed points.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I could just set the grenade down, eat the chocolate bar, and pick the grenade back
Exactly. There's nothing says you can't do that. So if you want to eat
Whoa,
that
that's
chocolate bar,
okay.
see
Galaxy
that's
brain.
higher level thinking right there.
Exactly.
So go ahead and
That's the kind of
restore
thinking we
4
need in
speed
this
points.
company.
Strategic.
That's why he's the sergeant. So.
Exactly. Good job.
Restore 4 speed points. You enjoy that delicious German chocolate. Someone had probably been saving that for, a gift from their wife. Or
I don't know, like a
something,
candlelit dinner.
Right, you just gobble it down.
Tragic.
As you continue closer to the bridge, you know you're not far. You can hear the rumble of one of what the troops call Hitler's buzzsaw. It's a machine gun emplacement. You can hear Germans up ahead shouting to one another as they're frantically digging in a fortified emplacement for this gun. Seeing it up ahead, you know you have about 2 rounds before this gun is operational. And once in operation, these guys are going to fire at you and will not stop firing until the gun is taken out. So you got 2 rounds to try and deal with this. Let me pull these. There's 4 guys. These 2 guys here, they're on the machine gun. There's 2 guys here kind of off to the side. They are assistants. They're helping dig the emplacement. So you got a gunner and a loader and then 2 assistants there.
Okay, so I guess we should.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, we should probably like prioritize like the bigger guys first, cause like.
Yeah, you probably want to take the gun out before you get the other guys. Let's go ahead and do speed rolls for initiative. And
Okay.
I want to bring up something. I think it is David. You have an ability. If you look at your abilities, you have a danger sense. And you can spend 1 speed point, and it eases your initiative task. You pay that every time you use it. But you have an edge in speed. That means it costs you 1, and you get the 1 back. You could do this every time, and it would end up costing you net 0, but you would ease the task by 2.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Perfect. So everyone go ahead and make that speed roll. Whew.
Oh no, the 2.
Okay, so it looks like William is going to go first, and then the Germans, and then everyone else. So, William, you are up.
Okay, how far away are we again?
We'll say we're about 50 feet, so it'd be short range.
Okay. And how many Germans was there?
There's 4. There's 2 putting a gun together. They're kind of occupied with that, and there's 2 others with Mausers, and they're just kind of scanning the tree line, waiting for enemies while these guys get the gun set up. They are not aware of you as of yet.
Well, I think I am going to...
Yeah, we should probably, like I said, take out the builders, cause then they would have to either decide between looking out for people or building the thing. So there would only be one of
I was
each. Or
gonna try throwing a grenade at the
emplacement.
The emplacement, yeah.
Okay, if you want to, if you want to make that throw right now, you can. With the optional rule that we've been using, that's going to be a difficulty 3, so you need a 9 or higher, unless you want to spend points.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to spend some speed points to ease it.
Then you need a 6 or higher.
6.
Ooh.
This
Oh
joke is
boy.
stressing me out. Oh my
Right?
god.
Oh, you watch that roll and it's like, what's it gonna be?
Horseshoes and hand
Excellent.
grenades.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. All right, so these guys take the blast, and it's going to slow them down with what they're doing. Um, they shout out, Achtung, get them, and you hear the other two guys taking up a position in front of the gun so that they can lay
Oh,
down some suppressing fire. So now all the Germans get to go first. So the first two guys
oh,
that just got grenaded, they are going to continue to try and get that gun set up. They've got the tripod down. They're getting ready to load it. So there's this round. There's one more, and then they're going to start to fire. The other two, this grenadier, what's his name? Let's see. Grenadier number 4. He's going to fire at William. So William, you need to make a speed defense roll. It's going to be a level 4. So you need to beat a 12 unless you want to spend effort.
I'm gonna take my chances
Okay.
because I'm trained.
Ooh, okay. You're going to take a hit. You take 4
It
points of
wouldn't
might
matter.
damage.
It would not
wow.
have mattered.
No.
Oh my god.
Yep, nope. 4 points of might damage as you take a round, kind of grazes you across the leg. You try and get a little more cover behind a tree. These guys are marksmen. The next one is going to fire at John. He's a big, imposing figure. John, give me a speed defense roll.
Please, I swear to God. I swear to God.
I am trained in speed defense, but that won't help me.
Okay. So this is an intrusion. This is not the kind that you get experience points from. I'm going to say that that round hits you. You're going to take 4 points of might damage. You are also dazed. Your next action is going to be hindered or made more difficult by one step, whatever you do on your turn. Colin, you are up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going
Colin,
to.
not.
Oh, you're David. So Colin, go ahead. What you got?
I'm going to throw my grenade as well at the gun.
At the
Or
gun.
the guy
Perfect.
working the gun. Yep.
So you need to beat a 9 or higher unless you want to spend points.
I will spend points. Is that 1 point, 2 points?
So it costs 3 points, and then if you have
3
an
points.
edge in speed, that will reduce it by 1, and you do. So it's going to
I
cost you
do.
2 points of speed.
2 points of speed, and then a speed roll.
Yep. Need to beat a 9. Oh, you got it.
I got it, barely.
So, and these guys had 6 hit points left each. You take them out.
Nice.
Excellent. Well done. John, we go to you. And this action that you're going to take is going to be hindered by 1 step.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk getting in hand-to-hand here, so I'm just going to take a shot with my rifle.
Okay? It's going to be a speed roll. Need to beat a 12.
I'm not going to try and take that down.
Actually,
I'm already hindered.
so it's actually going to be a 15.
I'll just do my
Oh.
best here. Yeah.
And that was close. Very close.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Try again. David, you are up.
Okay, well, I am. I'm not sure. What do I even do? I have like a grenade, if you, like you said, if you don't succeed, try again. So like,
You gonna try that
okay,
grenade?
yeah, I'll throw it.
So you
So
need
what
to
is that
make
speed?
a speed roll. Yep, need to beat a 12.
Okay, God,
Oh.
wow.
Not quite. So your grenade falls short. Goes off a huge flash, but the Germans continue to press fire in upon you from range. We're going to go back to William. You're up. You just took a round to the leg.
Well, I'm not happy about that, so I'm gonna
Definitely
shoot
not.
back.
Excellent.
They should have chosen another company for this. I
Jesus.
could have not.
Terrible
Close,
roll.
but shots go high, and William, I'm gonna throw something on the screen here. It's gonna be those two cards. So I'm going to give you a GM intrusion, if it will let me. Let's see, come on. There we go. Finally caught up. So let me accept that. And then you're going to give an experience point to someone else. Who would you like to give it to? Give it to Colin, David, or John?
Let's go with David.
David.
Yay! Thank you.
And let me remove that off the table. And we've got some reinforcements show up.
Oh Jesus.
Here we go. We got two guys coming up to man the gun. All right, and that was Colin's turn. John, you were up.
No.
No. Sorry, that was William. Yep, sorry.
It's their turn. It's a German's
It's their turn. Yep, correct. Thank you.
Oh, free.
So the two guys that were coming up to the gun, that's going to be their action. The other two are going to continue to lay down fire. We're going to have one fire at William, who's already been hit, and one's going to fire at John, who has also been hit. So William and John, I need speed defense rolls.
Please, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Ooh, John ain't going to do it. John's going to take 4 might points.
Oh
And
my
William, you're going to
gosh.
give me a speed defense roll as well.
Oh my god. So this.
And you are trained in speed defense, so it makes it a little easier. You need to beat a 9.
How far are we even to the place? I don't think we've even gone like halfway.
It's super close. And so the next encounter is the bridge. So we're right there.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Okay. That makes that even worse, though. Like, we're
So
about
William,
to
can you
lose
give
a,
me a
like,
speed defense roll?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
You're good.
we're about to lose like 2 people.
Putting off the inevitable. Oh, hey, you got it. So
Oh,
you managed
nice.
to avoid that. Because of the cover you got behind the tree, you do not get hit. Now we go to Colin.
All right. Guess I'm going to use my rifle and try and
You got hit.
take out one of the guys that is coming up to start on the gun again.
Perfect. Maybe this guy right here. Okay, go ahead and give me that shot. That's going to be a speed roll. You need to beat a 12.
Okay. Need to beat a 12. I'm going to...
And you can use
Dang
effort
it.
to make the shot easier. You can also use
Yo.
effort. Oh, man.
I could have, but
Okay, I think I know what I'm
never
about
know.
to do.
So shots, scream above his head as you're just, firing your semi-auto as fast as you can. He's unaffected. He knows he's got to get this gun going. John, you're up.
Well, I will throw my last grenade, and I'll try and throw it back behind them to get the two that
The
are
two
manning
getting
the
up on the gun. All right, and they're just, it's pure carnage back there. There's blood and bits of limb and everything, and these two guys are just going to add to the macabre art there. Go ahead and throw that grenade. That's a speed roll. Need to beat a 9. No.
My god!
It goes long and goes into the trees and detonates.
And then I'm also just going to drop to the ground to try and get cover.
Get a little cover. Okay, David, you're up.
So, okay, so like I'm looking at William, I'm looking at John, they got 2 new people, they got a whole gun. I'm sitting there like, okay, you know what, this is not going to work the way we're doing it. We need a different approach. So I stand up, like, yeah, like I'm looking at them. I go to them, because like since I deciphered them, I know some German. I talk to them in like my broken German. I'm like, wait, bro, okay, time out, bro. Like, we're just people, No, nobody wants to die. Can we just go on our ways? Like, we'll be
I'm gonna
chill.
let you make a roll on that. So you're gonna need to make like a deception or a persuasion roll. That's gonna be an intellect roll. Are you skilled in deceiving, persuading, anything like that? You are not. Ability-wise, No. So it's going to be a straight roll. If you want to spend effort on that, you can.
So
Otherwise,
what's the
you do your.
difficulty?
So it's going to be they're level 4, so it's going to be a difficulty 4. So you got to beat a 12. Because
Um,
you guys are firing at them and you've already killed some, I'm going to make that a difficulty 5, so it's going to be a 15.
I'm going to use my effort on this. I mean my intellect stuff.
Okay.
So
And your intellect's getting low. You're down to 4 points of intellect. So go ahead and
bro,
make
we're
that
right
roll.
there.
Oh, so close. So you stand up and you're trying to convince these guys, hey, you know what? The war's over for you. Just go home, hug your wife, hug your kids. And they look at each other and they look at you and they train all their weapons on you. In fact, I'm going to throw some more cards here on the table. And that's going to
Yo.
end up being a GM intrusion for David. So David, you will get an experience point, and then
Wait, no, I have XP. Can I? Wait, does that let me
so
reroll?
so you can spend that XP to re-roll, or right now. So if you look on the screen on the chat, it says the GM is proposing an intrusion to David Holland. You can accept it, or you can refuse it. You can spend an XP to refuse that, and then they won't be all aimed at you. I'll give you that option. Do you want to accept this and get some more XP, or do you want to spend that XP to refuse them all turning on you?
Okay, well, I mean, so dang. I'll take the intrusion.
You'll
Maybe
take it?
it'll help.
Well, it's going to give you an
No-
XP, and then you can give one to somebody else. Who would you like to give an experience point to?
okay, I'm probably thinking John or William, because they are in some straits that are mighty dire. So,
I
who
know
needs it
John has
more
been
is
the
the question.
recipient before. Does William? Do you have any XP right now?
I have 1.
And John, do you have any?
No, I do not.
No, and I think
I'll
Colin, you
give
have
it to
one.
John.
I have one,
Oh wait,
yes.
call.
Okay, so we'll give that
All
to
right,
John. So they are going to fire at you, David, but you just helped out yourself and your teammate by giving them that experience, and that will come back to pay you back in kind. We go back to William. You're up.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
If you guys don't
Shoot
stop
at
the
one.
machine gun this round, they will be firing the gun. It will fire twice per round, and it deals a lot of damage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to shoot at one of the guys that's putting the machine gun together.
Okay. It's going to be difficulty 4. Speed roll for
There goes my peace treaty idea.
me. And check your ciphers too. If you have some of those the subtle ciphers, like let's see what William's got. William has.
I can ease the difficulty of next task by 3 levels with be all you can be.
So you could use that right now, and this next roll is going to be eased by 3. So you got to beat a 3 to get them.
I am gonna use that now. Yes.
Perfect. So you're going to be all you can be. Go ahead and make a roll. You need to beat a 3. If you spend effort, you'll do it automatically. You won't even need to roll.
Well, I'm hoping I can roll above a 3. I'm gonna take my chance.
If you can't, we're in a sorry state here. Oh, that was on the 1 for a second.
Yeah.
Rolled to the 7. Whew. All right, so you got him. He takes 6 points of damage from your Garand. He is down to 6, so he's halfway to gone. Their turn. Those 2 guys on the machine gun. This is their last round. They're loading it. They're chambering rounds. The other 2 guys are going to lay down fire. And David, you know they're coming at you. You need to make 2 speed defense rolls. Now remember, you have what do you call it? You're trained in speed defense, so it's going to be a little easier. So you need to beat 9s. You need to beat a 9 from each one of them, or roll a 9 or above. First
Okay.
one you succeed. How about the second one? Oh, you guys have rolled a lot of ones.
Okay, can I use XP?
You can use XP.
Was that
yes,
a 13
you can.
or a 1?
That was a 1. So yeah, you'll want to re-roll
Yeah.
that one. So go ahead and take an XP off and re-roll that die. There you go. There you go. All right, so
Bro,
they're firing at you, and they miss you. How I don't know, but just
I'm
because
literally
of
dodging
sheer
them like
will.
Neo from the Matrix.
Oh, exactly. Just leaning to the side, bullets whizzing around you. Colin, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna take a shot again at one of the guys on the guns.
You want to do the one that's already injured?
Yes, I do.
Perfect.
On the injured one. And
You
then it
got it.
would be again 2 speed points to lower the difficulty.
Yes. So you need to beat a 9.
Okay. Take that and let's go.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Do you have an XP?
no, I
Do you
do
want to
have
spend it?
I do have 1 XP. Can I use that to reroll?
Yep. Go ahead and take off that
Okay.
XP and re-roll that one. How many
And
ones
how
have you
do I
guys
do
rolled
it?
tonight? Wow.
A lot apparently.
Yeah, this is
Guys,
crazy.
we're so close. We just got to go through this,
Oh,
guys, and then we're there.
Jeez.
well, at least it wasn't a 1. So the shot misses, but you don't take damage to
Yeah.
yourself. John, what do you got?
Well, I will try and hit the German that's already damaged on the machine gun.
You got it. Go ahead and give me a roll.
And that's a might roll.
Speed roll if you're using your weapon.
Speed roll.
Yep.
Well, then I will ease that.
Okay, spend some effort. So
Yes.
you need to beat a 9 or higher.
Yo,
Oh, wow.
Man. Okay.
you're lying. You're actually lying.
It's close. So close. David, what have you got?
Guys, okay, so, I'm like, okay, guys, I tried to be nice, but, apparently you guys didn't appreciate that. So, okay, so for my Cypher, does, like, the sniper actually damage them?
It doesn't, but it will make it kind of distracts them, and so then your next speed attack roll is reduced by 2 levels. So you could use that now, and this attack roll you'd only have to roll a 6 or higher. You want to use that
Oh, that
sniper
is a
Cypher?
terrible sniper. Why would...
Well, maybe
What
they have to take cover from it, and it opens it up so it's easier for you.
Okay, you know what? Sure.
Let's do it. So
Let
give
me
me a roll.
see.
You need
I
a 6
will.
or higher.
Okay, I will use my. Oh wait. No, I think I'm gonna use my. What is the carbine a speed roll?
That's a speed roll as well. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my sniper.
Okay. You got him barely because of the sniper. You needed to get a 6 or higher, so you got him, and it's the guy trying to put the gun together. He
Good,
is
yeah.
dead. One of them's down.
Rah.
So it's going to take the other guy. He's going to have to switch positions. He was the loader. He's going to have to get on the gun. But we go back to William. It's your turn.
Well, the one that's moving from loading to the gun, I'm gonna shoot at him.
Go for it. There we go. You
We're
got
making
him.
it out alive, boys.
And that's with your rifle?
Yeah, with the Garand.
Perfect. He's down to 6 hit points. We go to the German. So he's going to take that shot. He's going to get on the gun. He's got it loaded. He's going to get 1 shot this round. Next round he'll get 2 shots. So his machine gun, he's going to throw down some spray fire here. This will deal. He's going to go after. We'll say he goes after David.
Jesus Christ, why?
You need to give me a speed defense roll, or you're going to take
How
6
much do I
points
have
as might
to-
damage. You need to beat a 12.
Jesus, I'll do the effort. I'll take it down.
Okay, so now you need to beat a
Is that-
9.
Is that with the training in speed defense?
So with the training is going to reduce it by 1 more, so you'd have to beat a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep,
So I
that's
gotta
gonna be
be a
better.
6 or higher.
You got it. So bullets are ripping into the ground all around you, and you hit the dirt, and wonder how you aren't just turned into
Bro, I had
a
three
pincushion.
people shoot at me. None of them. What are these
Sometimes it's
Germans
better to be
doing?
lucky. The other two Germans, one is going to go after Colin and one's going after John. So Colin and John, I need a speed defense roll. The level is 4. If you are trained, the level will be 3. So you need either 12s or
Okay.
9s, depending on if you're trained.
Oh,
John is going to take a shot, 4 points of might damage.
So I'm out of might now.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
no.
goodness.
Oh no.
Okay.
Right
Do
before
you
the
have
finale.
experience, John? Do you want to re-roll that? And-
I do. I'm
that
gonna
was
save
me.
it.
That was Colin.
Yeah, Colin, do you want to re-roll that? Do you have experience?
I do not. I do not have an experience point now.
Okay. You're going to take 6 rounds of might damage, and if that
Okay.
exceeds your, sorry, 4 points of might damage, and if that exceeds
Okay.
your might, let me know. So, John, you said you're out of might points.
Yes, can you exchange XP? Could you give someone XP?
You can.
I will give Colin my XP so he can re-roll that.
Okay. So, Colin, if you want to re-roll that one, and then John, you're out of might points. So, if you go on your character sheet, John, and go to the combat section, where it says hail, you're going to switch that over to impaired. So now effort's going to cost you 1 more per level, and you don't get minor or major effects until that is recovered. And you can do like your 1 action recovery, and rather than receiving, or like if you receive 1 point that like puts your might even at 1, then you go back to being hail. So you'll probably want to do that on your turn. So there we go, Colin. That's much better. So you avoid getting hit with that one. And Colin, you
Thank
are
you.
up.
Okay. Take another shot.
Okay.
Guy on the gun.
1 more hit will do him in. So it's going to be a 12 or
Okay.
higher.
Now I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 points.
So we need
Knock
a
that
9.
down. Okay. Got him.
Got him. Sweet. He is down.
Okay, so no more like freaking minigun or machine gun.
No more machine gun, but still 2 grenadiers. John, it's your turn. You are impaired, so you can still fight. If you want to spend your action to recover points, you can do that, or you can wait until after. It's going to cost you 1 extra point if you spend effort. You don't get major or minor effects if you roll a 19 or a 20.
I think I will just take a shot and try
Okay.
to take them out first.
Perfect. Go ahead and take a shot.
Ooh.
Nope, not going to do it. It's just not been your night, John. David, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, alright, my turn. Let me see. I guess I'll just, shoot at them too.
You got it.
So,
Need to beat a 12, unless you spend effort.
no.
Oh, that's close, but not quite. William, what can you do?
I don't know if I can do anything, but I may give it a shot.
Well, give him your best shot.
I'm gonna shoot that guy.
You got it.
Hit him with your best shot. Why don't
Yeah,
you
Pat
hit him with...
Benatar, these guys. Oh,
Stop.
goodness.
Oh.
I have an experience point I will be using.
I would recommend that. Yep, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Good call. Good call.
Bro, I don't know what it is. We're just... no, somebody is antagonizing us.
This battle
There's
has
no
been
way
a
this
meat
is...
grinder. My goodness. Oh, I thought
That was
the
almost
20.
a 20.
That was so close. So close. All right, they're going to take a shot at William and Colin. I need both of you to give me a speed defense
Okay.
roll.
All right. Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
to use the ciphers, does that take an action?
It's typically it takes an action. I'm of a mind of if you want to use it as part of your action. A lot of times I got no problem with that. If it's
Okay.
especially if it's the subtle cipher, like the draw upon your ability, like that sniper one or things like
Right.
that. You can use that as
This
part of
would-
your action if you like.
Okay. I'll hold it. This wouldn't be applicable right now, but do my speed.
I am trained, by the way, so it would be a 9. Right?
So you need a 9. Yep. And
Yeah.
Colin, are you
okay, I
trained
got it.
Trained in?
in speed defense?
No, I'm not.
So you're going to take the hit. So you're going to take 4 points of might damage, Colin.
Okay.
And then we go to Colin. It's your turn.
Okay. I'll take my shot.
Got it.
All right.
It's been a while since you guys have hit, so this is good.
Yeah, a while for sure.
John, your turn.
Well, I will try and follow up that shot.
Okay. He showed you right where to put it. You got him. That guy's out.
Mhm.
Now you guys are cooking here. David, what have you got?
Yes, I'm just gonna go for the last guy. You know,
You beat a 12?
no.
Oh, no. I
You know
thought.
what? I'll re-roll it because it's the last guy, and I have
Yep,
extra
gotta get
XP
him. Use it or lose it.
for real.
There we are.
Yes,
There you go. All right, William, it is your turn. Can you take this guy out and end this conflict?
the struggle that
Yeah,
we're
this has been a
going
tough
through.
one.
Possibly. I don't know. We'll find
If you
out.
can land that shot, you'll take him out.
Yes.
Oh, missed by 1. So close. David, give me a speed defense roll. That grenadier is going to shoot at you. You just hit him, and he didn't like it, so he's coming at you.
Oh my
And then,
gosh.
Colin, it will be your turn. Oh, and
Yeah.
you managed to avoid that, David. Well done. Colin, what do you got?
Yay.
Okay, I'm gonna take another shot.
Barely. You got him. That's exactly what you needed. You guys
Alright.
have a brief respite, having taken out the machine gun. There's actually a few ciphers here that you guys are going to get. I'm going to go ahead and load some ciphers onto your character sheet. You find a few
Okay.
things here. Colin, you're going to get the Guard of Honor cipher.
Nice.
And David, you are going to get the Death from Above cipher.
Okay.
And John, we're going to give you, let's find a good one for you, about Last Will and Testament.
I think I have 2 of those.
No, you already have that? Okay, yeah, I'm not going to give you that same one. Let me give you a different one. How about the 82nd? We'll give you that one.
Okay.
Perfect. And then let's give William, you've got, let's see, you've got, let's give you Last Will and Testament. There we go. All right. So we've reloaded some ciphers. John, do you want to take an action and recover some points?
Yeah, I will do that.
I don't blame you. I think that'd be a good idea. So you're going to make that
I would
recovery
also-
roll. You want to recover as well? Great.
Me too.
So
Yeah,
if you go to the
I'm going to recover my intellect too.
perfect. So if you go to the combat tab, you can click on the die next to all the recoveries, and that will tell you. You'll add 1 to these rolls. And that will tell you how many points you will recover, and just put them wherever you like. And John, if you brought yours up, you're no longer impaired. You can switch yourself back to Hale.
I would also like to use one of my ciphers now.
You got it. Which cipher is that?
It is the Lucky SOB to
Okay.
restore my 4 points.
Perfect.
So how do
So
I?
any pool that you want. So you can put them
Okay.
all in might. You can put some in speed.
Okay, all set.
Perfect. And then I'll take that off your character sheet. All right. You find something here. Let me pull up my paper here. Here we go. There are 2 wired detonators here. It looks like these guys had a stash of detonators to set off some sort of charge. Looking at these, you know that these are pretty simple. They get charged. This is the old plunger kind. You push them down, it's going to set off a charge. This is likely where those Fallschirmjägers, the German paratroopers, got a detonator from, and the bridge is not far from here. So you know that it's most likely going to be wired to blow. One of these looks like it is already wired, And if you want to try and disarm that here, you can do that. It's going to be a task. It'd be an intellect roll. If you have wire cutters, that's going to be an asset that would reduce it by 1. If anyone wants to try and disarm this one.
Oh, I have
But there's
wire
likely going to
cutters.
be another one. Well, David, give me an intellect roll. You're going to need to roll a 6 or higher. Oh.
You're joking.
You just killed us all.
Right?
No. I
Don't
don't.
cut
Do
the
I
red
want to
wire, cut the
reroll
black
that? I
one.
mean, no. I'm gonna reroll.
Do you have an
I'm
XP?
gonna reroll that. That
Yeah.
was tragic.
Yeah,
I'm rerolling that.
that would be awful. Go ahead and give that one
That
a
was
reroll.
tragic.
That's better. Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
You cut it, and you know that no German from this fortified emplacement is going to be able to blow that bridge, but you suspect that there's going to be another one probably at the bridge. So you've made your task a little easier. The bridge is up ahead. Is there anything you want to do before we get there? Otherwise, we're going to the last scene.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
How's everybody's pools doing? Do we want to use a 10-minute?
I
Anyone
already
need
used my
another
10
break?
minutes.
So yours would take an hour. You probably don't have that hour. But if anyone wants to do a
Okay.
10-minute break, they could.
I will take a 10-minute.
Okay.
I will actually do the next one as well. I think I have something.
Yeah, you get a
Improved
bonus,
recovery.
I think. Yep.
So it only takes me 1 action again.
Yep, so it doesn't take you the full 10 minutes. So it just takes you 1
Okay.
action.
I'm gonna do the 10-minute one.
Perfect.
Let's do that. Roll away. Ooh, so 2 points then?
Yep, that was
Roll
terrible.
Yeah,
It's literally the worst
that's
roll.
okay.
Oh man. It's 2 points you didn't have before. All right, I'm
Exactly.
close to the
I
bridge.
suppose so. Okay, so I guess are we good then?
Yep. So I'm going to pull everyone to the bridge. The bridge is of stone construction and spans the Merdere River. This is the mission objective, and you are tasked with securing the eastern side, which means you must hold the bridge. The bridge is defended by Fallschirmjäger, German paratroopers, that will fight to the last man. You suspect that it is also wired to destruct using improvised explosives. You found the detonator at the previous location, but you suspect that there's one here as well. You've got the element of surprise. If you choose, you can sneak up or you can go in guns blazing. It's up to you. Here's a little picture of the bridge.
Okay, I
You see
feel
some
like
of
we
those
should
paratroopers
try
on
and
there.
what?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and come up with your plan. Let me know what you want to do. I'm going to just
Yeah,
pull
I mean-
tokens onto the map.
Okay,
We
I was
could,
gonna say maybe we could find the detonator, but someone's probably gonna be holding it, so that's gonna be a lot harder.
We do have the transponder. We could try and call in reinforcements.
That is true. Actually we have the transponder and the green smoke canister, so we basically have 2.
But the green smoke canister tells them it's safe.
Oh
Yeah, we
wait,
probably don't want
that.
to do the green one here.
Okay,
But
but maybe
the
the
other
red
one,
one.
the red
Yeah,
one.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
aren't we supposed to hold this bridge? Keep it erect, so we don't want to.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
want it
we-
blown, so we want we
Right.
want to keep this thing, safe so that
Well,
we can
that
get
makes
men and
it's a lot
and
harder.
equipment over.
So I think we need to sneak in and try to cut the wire.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need to
I
find
mean-
that next wire.
And the
Yeah,
explosives
but-
are probably going to be down by the river.
Yeah, okay, so we probably want like somebody to stay here too.
What if we
Well-
had who is it? William?
Yeah,
Is
maybe
he
like
the yeah. So William, you infiltrate. Why don't you give me
Yeah,
an
I'm
intellect
trained in
roll
Stealth.
in stealth? If you want to sneak
Yeah.
up and get a closer look, you can give me a roll. That'll be an intellect roll, and you'll get because you're trained. It's going to make it 1 step easier. You just need to beat a 6.
Okay. Well,
You got it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
So you see this here, and I'm just going to send it to William.
Ooh, mysterious.
There we go. Do you see that, William?
I do.
Perfect. That's what you see. Let's go ahead and make some initiative rolls. So that's going to be a speed roll. These guys are a little tougher than the other ones. These guys are level 5. You need to beat a 15 if you want to go ahead of these guys, unless you're trained in initiative, or if I think is it David that has that ability that lets you spend a speed point to
Yeah,
ease it by one
okay.
more step.
Yeah, okay. So what? Okay, so wait, what is the like what am I supposed to do? Like
So
what did
if
you say I could do?
so, you have the ability danger sense. So you can spend one speed
Okay.
point, and your initiative task is eased. And you pay that every time the ability is used. So if you do it now, it'll cost you 1 point. But you have an edge of 1, so you'll get that point back. So it doesn't cost you anything to do it right now. So it's just an advantage that you can use. So because you have that, as well as you're trained in initiative, you're going to reduce the difficulty by 2. So that's going to be a level 3 for you. So you need 9s. Everybody else needs 12s.
So I'm like going up the bridge?
Well, this is just for initiative, just to see the order that we act in.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll spend the thingy and I'll use my initiative. Um
Excellent. So William and David, you're going after the paratroopers. John, you're going to go before, and Colin. So Colin and John, you're going to go before the paratroopers. David and William, you're going after the paratroopers. Colin and
and
John,
then
what do
like
you got?
and then
Yeah, John, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I will. So we are, I guess, giving away our position here.
Yeah, so you haven't given away your position yet. You still have the element of surprise, which will make this task a little easier.
Do we want to like let off the red smoke so they know this is like a dangerous spot and they won't land
Okay,
here?
but like what if they blow up the bridge, which is something that we don't want?
We need to sneak down and to where I saw the explosives.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, wasn't there, didn't you, Jim, didn't you say that there was something, like at the start of the game that would help us here?
So you guys have that Eureka transponder that lets you communicate with the airplanes flying overhead. You could send a message saying you need reinforcements. If you do that, it's going to pull one of these guys off the bridge.
I guess, yeah, sure, we'll do that.
So that's going to be an intellect roll. It's a
What do we need to,
difficulty 4. So that's going to be a 12 or higher. Because you have
oh,
the tool, the transponder, it's not going to be any easier or harder because you have to have that, so it doesn't count as an asset. But if you have like the decipher skill, which I think you do, David,
I do,
to do
yes.
Morse code, that's going to help you out here, and you could also spend effort if you want to do that as well.
I'll just take the decipher.
Okay, so decipher I think
Um,
costs 1 intellect point.
yeah.
Yep,
Actually,
and
so what, now it's a 3?
it's a 3. Yep, so you need to beat a 9.
You know what, I'm gonna take the 3 intellect.
I think I would too,
Um,
because this could be
yeah, this
huge,
is a,
knocking one of these guys off. And you got it. So one of these gets called away because there's maybe some paratroopers land like in the town, and so one of these guys gets, he wanders over into the town and disappears inside the village, and so now you're just dealing with 3. So John, what's your course of action here? So good thinking to come up with this to make the odds a little easier. How do you want to take these guys out?
I don't have wire cutters, so whoever has wire cutters, they want to head down and get the explosives. Is one of the
I have
paratroopers-
wire cutters and I'm trained in stealth.
That would be perfect. So if
Yeah.
you guys, since they're not aware of you, if you guys want to wait, you can let I think it was William. William can go down and try and do that. While you guys take up a position to where if the shit hits the fan, you're ready to run and gun.
I think I'll do
I think
that.
that's like our best chance here, to be honest.
All right. So
Yeah.
William, you're going to need to make a roll to get down there. That's going to be a speed roll as you're trying to be agile and stealthy. So trained in stealth is going to make it one step easier. You're at lower elevation and it's dark. That'll make it a step easier. These guys are level 5. That's still a level 3 task, so you need to beat a 9. You can spend effort if you want from your speed pool.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you should take the effort.
Yeah, I'll spend effort because I've been rolling like crap.
Mhm.
Now you just got to beat a 6. You got like a 70% chance of making this roll.
Well, those are better than 50 odds.
You got
Here
it.
we
Ooh,
go.
You got it.
nice.
So, William, you sneak down to where you saw those explosives. And in fact, you probably have to trudge through the water, trying to be quiet. You're right under the bridge. You can hear them speaking in German up above you. In fact, there's a little splash, and you see the burnt butt of a cigar hit the ground next to you and start to float away in the river. But you're right up on those explosives. You're going to need to disarm that. You do have a tool, but it's going to be a roll. It's going to be an intellect roll. And I'm not going to tell you how hard this is. I'm going to let you decide if you want to spend effort or how you want to tackle this.
I'm gonna spend the effort because even though I'm
Yeah,
not
this is
the
huge, bro. This
brightest,
is like
I don't
a
want to
Final
blow
Fantasy.
myself up. So
Yeah, if you roll a 1,
Yeah,
and it's happened
yeah.
a lot tonight,
it would be. Well, it still could happen.
it still could. It still could.
So
Do you have an XP just in case?
I do not.
Does anybody else have XP?
Let's do
Nope.
this. I'm going to give you some XP here.
Oh
So,
my
but
gosh.
that means I'm giving you an intrusion. That means something bad's going to happen.
Oh,
So-
what the hell! Just so I got the XP.
Right? You can give one to somebody else. Who do you want to give it to? Colin, John, or David?
Who is first in the initiative order?
Colin or John's going to go first.
Okay, well I'll give it to Colin.
Okay. All right. So let me get rid of that. So when you get down there, there's a jumble of wires. It's going to make it a little more difficult.
Okay.
You're not sure, which ones are hot, which ones are not. It's going to make the task a little harder, but I think you're up for it. And I did just get you some XP.
I mean, you got,
so
like,
you get 2 shots.
2
at
extra
it.
XP now, so like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I used effort.
Do you have a cipher here that may help you as well?
Let me
Your
look.
last will and testament. Oh no, that's 5 damage to your next
That's
attack.
5 damage, and then a grenade deals damage. I don't think I want to throw a grenade at this.
No, I
So-
don't think so.
I'm
I
just
wouldn't.
gonna try this intellect roll and see what happens.
Okay, you ease it by 1 because of your wire cut. Oh, you needed to beat a 12 and you got it. So
Okay.
Well, I used it by 1, plus I used effort. So.
yeah, so
The
it was a
But
level 6.
good.
It was going to be an 18 that you had to
Oh,
roll.
okay.
So
Yeah.
it went down to a 15 and down to a 12. So you cut it and you hold your breath when you cut it because you're not positive. It's dark and you don't dare pull out your Zippo and shed a little light here. You just kind of follow the wires up and you think it's got to be this one. You close your eyes, say a little prayer, you snip it, and you're still breathing. And now you're under the bridge next to the explosives, and they are none the wiser. Let's go back to Colin. What are you doing? So you're not aware if he has succeeded or not. You see them still kind of walking along the bridge. You saw the one throw his cigar dimp off the side. Do you do anything, or are you still waiting?
I'm gonna wait until I get verification from William that we're good.
William, have you got anything you could signal him with?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my cricket signaling device.
Perfect. Give him a little
Good
click.
idea.
You hear that click, Colin? You know he's disarmed the bomb. You can take your
All
action.
right. So I guess we're just up to clearing the bridge then, huh?
Yep, got to clear out that bridge.
All right. I'm gonna take my first shot with the rifle. Let me get to my rifle quick. Oof.
That is a miss. It ricochets off the ground. All the eyes turn in your direction, and these guys have their guns at the ready, and they're going to be coming in hot. John, what do you got?
All right.
It's
I will
mad
try
unfortunate.
and, take a shot at one of them.
Okay,
I will ease that
by 1.
by 1, yes.
You got him, and you deal additional damage. That's going to do +2 damage. So I'll just pick the guy here in the front. Nice, and he's down to about half. So these are level 5. So he's got 15 hit points, and you just did 8 points to him. It is their turn, so he's going to return fire at you, John. So you need to give me a speed defense roll. The other guy's going to fire at Colin. Then the last guy, he's going to run over to where the plunger is, like he's going to blow the bridge. So he doesn't know that the bomb has been disarmed. So I need John and Colin to give me a speed defense roll. You need to be.
Do we get that eased because we spend a turn to take cover?
Yeah, so I'll let that ease it. Plus, if you're trained in speed defense, it'll ease it again. So these are level 5, so you can drop it to a 4 or a 3. So it need to beat a 9.
Okay. I'm looking for a 12 then. Nice.
All right, so you got it, and John, you did not. So John, you're going to take 5 points of might damage as you take another round. You know that you're probably best up close and personal, but getting up there is going to be the hardest part. All right, David, what have you got? And then we'll go to William.
Okay, so since I know that the guy, do I know like where he's running to?
He's running back kind of to the end of this bridge, and he's crouched down in some bushes. And you know he's probably going for the primer to set off this bomb.
So I am Okay, so here's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm going to aim my gun where I think he's going to be, and I'm trying to go for a headshot.
Oh, so if you want to make a called shot, that's going to increase your difficulty by 1. If you can hit him, I'll say you take him out. So that's going to be a difficulty 6. So that's an 18 or higher, but you can spend effort.
In what category?
That would be speed.
Can I spend like 6 efforts?
So you can't. So if you look at your character sheet, your effort level is 1. So as you begin to level up your character, that will eventually change to a 2, and then you can do 2 levels of effort. But right now, you're limited to just 1.
Oh, actually, I have something that can. Wait, no, I've already. Wait, no, I was gonna say.
So
okay. So I'll use my
to use that because you can use your death from above later to get 5 points of speed.
Yeah,
back.
that's what I was gonna do. So I'll use my speed to lower the task. So now, I'm gonna try and take.
15?
Also, I'm still like I haven't done anything, so they don't really know that I'm here. So does that help me at all?
It's gonna help you because you haven't been targeted, but it's not gonna help your shot, unfortunately.
Dang.
But you never, if you don't ask, you don't get. So
I'm going to lie prone before I take the shot. So if I do miss, they won't know exactly
You'll be
where
harder
I
to
am.
hit. Yep.
So here we go.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
Anybody have any XP they could give me?
It was a great attempt. The shot, is you try and judge, where he's going to be, and he's a little faster than you thought, and it just careens right past the back of his head and drills inside of the masonry of a building back there in town. William, you're up. You've got this disarmed, and you can hear gunfire now up above you.
Can I tell about where they are on the bridge?
Yeah, there's 2 guys almost straight up. If you were to, throw an explosive device up there or something, you could even grab that bag of explosives and toss it up there, and maybe somebody shoots it and it blows up.
I think I'll just go with a hand grenade.
Go with a grenade when in doubt.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use 2 ciphers at once?
Yes, you can. The rules aren't specific on that because you've got one that is a subtle cipher, which is like just drawn on your resources. I'm one to just say, just do it. If it was like 2 grenades, that would be no. So as far as like learning how to play, a lot of times that's a no. But the rule of cool is always the best thing, and I say do your last will and testament and throw that grenade.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
So that's going to be a speed roll. You don't want to get a 1 because it's just going to go straight up and straight back down to you. But if you can at least
then me
not
and
get
the
a
bridge
1,
all go up. Yeah.
Right. So this could be exciting. Go ahead and give me that roll because you are like super close to them, and it's just kind of an easy shot. They're completely unaware of you. I'm going to ease that by 1. So that's going to be they would be normally a level 5. That'll be a level 4. And if you want to spend speed points, you can drop that down to a 3 and just need to beat a 9. Otherwise, you're beating a 12.
I am gonna spend the point. So I need to get a 9
or
higher.
John.
Oh, I'm using
Yep.
XP.
Do you have an XP? Yep. Go ahead and use it.
This suspense is I can't take this.
Oh, there's
Okay.
the 14. All right.
Yeah.
So that your
was a flip
last will and
four
testament
again.
does an additional 5 damage, correct?
Yeah, so that's 11 total.
So 11 to each of them.
Mhm.
So this guy is dead. This other guy is down to 4 hit points. So he is really close. Excellent. We go back to Colin and John. Colin, what do you got?
I'll take a shot at the wounded guy.
You got it.
Okay.
You got him. So he had 4
Great.
points. You just took 6 of his life away. He is dead as well. There's one guy left. John, it's your turn, and then that guy's going to take his action. He's probably going to try and blow the bridge. But you guys have a pretty good suspicion that William took care of that for you.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Just try and finish him off.
Okay, go ahead and take that shot. Well, you can't finish him off. You could do some damage to him.
Yeah. I will spend some points.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of do or die right now.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, there you go.
And then can I use my Cypher Last Will and Testament just to do 5 extra damage?
Yeah. So normally you would want to tell me that ahead of time, but yeah. So I'm going to allow that. So that's going to do 6 for your gun, 5 for the Cypher, so that's 11, and then an 18 does an additional 2 points of damage, so 13 points of damage. You know what? For flavor, because we're coming up on 2 hours, tell me about how your headshot takes him out.
So I think I just get in my little spot and rest my rifle on the bridge, and I'll take a shot, and it just goes right through and passes right through his helmet, and he drops dead.
He drops down to the ground. You guys secure the bridge. As the troops are going to land in just a few hours. You can already hear the artillery coming in from the Navy. You know that the landing's going to happen in about 2 hours. You've got this bridge held. Reinforcements are coming to ease you. For securing the bridge, you are awarded 3 experience points. This is a one-shot, doesn't really matter, but let me show you how you would spend experience points. So if you open up your character sheet, so Colin, you've got 2 experience points, so you could add 3 to that and make it 5.
Okay.
So you can use those to get rerolls, but you can also use them to level up to advance. So under where yours says never says die, you've got +4 stat pools, +1 effort, +1 edge, skill, and other. You can spend 4 XP to check one of those boxes. And when you have checked 4 of those, your tier goes from tier 1 to tier 2, basically like level 2. So if you check +4 stat pools, you just redistribute 4 points to your maximums now. So like your might go up from 11 to 13, and your speed from 13 to 15, or however you want to put those points. If you do +1 effort, your effort goes to 2. So then when you do a task, you can spend 2 levels of effort. So the first level always costs you 3 points. Any additional levels would cost you 2, and then you would subtract your edge. So if you did 2 levels of speed, it would cost you 5, -1, you'd burn 4 points to ease your task by 2 levels. +1 edge means you take an extra edge in one that's a 0, or add 1 to one that you already have. So if you have an edge of 2 in speed, if you spend 3 speed points, you get 2 of them back. Skill, you just pick a skill. There are no skill lists in the Cypher system. It's just, what do you want to be good at? Well, I want to be good at, explosives. Maybe William says, hey, I just disarmed a bomb. I'm going to take that skill. And then you get that skill that can help you with any tasks dealing with explosives. And then the other is you can pick things like, practice with heavy weapons, or, different ways you want to boost your character. Once you get 4 of those boxes checked, you go from tier 1 to tier 2, you uncheck those boxes, and you just keep going. So every one of those will cost you 4 XP. So you're looking at 16 XP to level up, and most of you got, well, everyone at the end at least has 3 XP, and some of you might have more if you haven't spent it. But that's how XP works. This is how the Cypher system works. You guys did great. You saved the bridge at Cafe DuPont, and the war effort will continue thanks to your efforts. Any questions before we sign off?
No, actually, just for flavor too. Yeah, actually, just for flavor too. I'll use
You
my
got it.
transponder. I'll be like, "Yo, guys, we got it. You can bring in the guys now."
Yeah, now they know, and so now they'll send in some relief. You guys have taken the bridge, you've cleared the area. They'll send in some relief, and you guys will get a little respite, chance to heal up from your wounds, reprovision, get whatever you need. So Colin and John and William, there you go. You got the run of the place. You can do whatever you want here. The town is yours, and you will go on to continue to fight from D-Day +1 and onwards up until victory. I want to thank you guys for playing. I had a great time. I hope that you learned how to play the Cypher system. I hope that you enjoyed playing the Cypher system. And the only thing I ask, if you had a good time, please consider giving me a review on Start Playing. I've been gaming for decades, but I just barely started on Start Playing. And so all the reviews I can get, I appreciate. If you didn't have a good time, before you leave a review, just talk to me about it. Let me know what I could improve upon. And I'm always looking to get better at what I do. And hopefully we can get better together. So I'll send a link for the review to the Discord, and you guys are always welcome to join any of my other games. I'm actually going to have some more Cypher System games coming up. There's a Cypher System fantasy game I've got. It's the game from the Cypher System starter set. I've got that built into Foundry. And then I also have been running a lot of Old Gods of Appalachia. And I'm going to be running a game at a convention in the spring, and so I'm putting it into Foundry because I want to do a couple run-throughs before I end up playing it in the convention. When I get that set up, if you guys are interested, I'll let you know, and I'll run you through it for free if you're interested. It'll use the same rules. Now that you know how to play it, it'll be real easy. It'll be a little spooky, kind of Call of Cthulhu meets Cypher System sort of thing, set in, I think it's set in West Virginia or Kentucky, so it should be a lot of fun.
Is it one of their pre-made adventures, like from the book?
It is. Yep. It's called Best Leave Them Ghosts Alone. It was their Gen Con adventure, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I've seen the title, but I haven't read through it. I'm getting ready to run the Ludier's Folly.
Oh, so I've done that one.
Yeah.
Have you read all the way through it?
I have.
So change the ending. You can make the ending so much better than it is in the book. Like it's a really weak ending. Like have it epic and it'll be way better. They leave it so open-ended that it's kind of anticlimactic. But make that a big thing at the end and it'll go over great.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason I was wanting to get in on this, because I'm like, I played my one other one-shot like
yeah, you said it was a couple months
ago.
Yeah.
It was about 8 months ago, and so...
So do you feel like you got the hang of the game? I mean, it's pretty easy. You just give everything a level, and you just try and make the level up or down, and then that gives you your target number, and off you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. I'm also running a Call of Cthulhu game. I think I've got one next week. It might actually be full. There might be one slot left. And then I've got... I'll have some other games kind of coming up. So, encourage you guys to join in any of the other games. I had a really good time gaming with each and every one of you. And without any questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Anything else I can answer or do for you
thanks
guys?
for the game.
No, thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thanks. I'll post that link in the Discord. If you guys don't mind leaving me a review, it means a lot and kind of helps me keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.